Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1440. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Trash and recycling at the curb. Good morning. Did a little bar trivia last night. It's been a while. In fact, yesterday morning, I was going to say, hey, don't forget, tonight we're doing eBay auctions live. I had specifically put a great lot of auctions together last Tuesday to end last night, and I totally forgot. Totally forgot yesterday was Tuesday. Totally forgot I was going to do eBay auctions live. And as the day wore, I'm like, you know what? I was going to do a live stream tonight. And then I'm like, I don't really want to. Wanted to do some trivia. So we went and did bar trivia at Kickback, which is a pinball place in Middleton, and did not fare very well. It was just two of us on the team, and we did. I saved the sheet, but I took a picture. I guess I've got the first round. What were some of the? Let's see. We did really well in round two. We swept round two. We only missed one question. We only missed one question in the entire first round. It was animals. I think that was the striped. What animal has stripes and spots in Africa? And it was the hell was it? Hyena, I think, is what the answer was. Was not on our short list. So that was the only question we missed. And then we did miss half of the halftime question. We missed, so you can get 12 points at halftime, and we only got 6. I thought we were going to get 10. It was good TV shows was the halftime category last night at Bar Trivia. And he gave you the years that the TV show aired. So number one was Good Blank. Good Blank. That TV show aired from 1974 to 1979. The second was Good Morning Blank, and that aired from 1975 to present. Now those are some gimmies. Those are two gimmies. Those two were gimmies. Then it got a little tougher. Third was The Good Blank. The Good Blank, which aired from 2009 to 2016. Fourth was Good Luck Blank, which aired from 2010 to 2013. I see some correct answers in the chat. Good Luck Blank. Number 5 was there's 3 The Good Blank. So there's The Good Blank from 2009 to 2016. There's The Good Blank from 2016 to 2020. And there's The Good Blank from 2017 to 2024. So yes, Good Times, that was a gimme. Good Morning America, that was a gimme. Number 3, I knew that was The Good Wife. Number 4 threw us for a loop. Max, that's exactly what we guessed, and it's wrong. Good Luck Chuck was the movie. There was a television show that aired from 2010 to 2013 called Good Luck Charlie. Good Luck Charlie. So we missed that one. That was the first one we missed. And then we missed, let's see, so we got that. Okay. So then it was The Good Place was one of these. The Good Place and The Good Place, The Good Wife we got. We missed 4, 5, and 6. So we missed Good Luck Charlie. We missed The Good Place and The Good something else. I can't remember what that was. So we missed those last. The Good Doctor. Yes. The Good Doctor was one of those. So we missed, well, the one question we missed in the first round was worth 5. We bet 5 points on. So we missed out on 5 points, and then we missed out on 6 points at halftime. So we were only missing one question at halftime. We were in like 7th place out of, I think, 10 or 11 teams. It's like, Jesus. We ended up in 5th or 6th, I think 6th. And we got that final question wrong, which was frick. What was I don't have a picture of the back page. I cannot remember. And it was, and I hate it when it's worth 20 points and it's there's only one answer. I like it when there's put these names in places, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up getting 6th place out of 10 or 11 teams. It was just 2 of us. A couple of the teams had like a whole table of like 10 people. So there's no minimum, no maximum. You can just go by yourself and play if you want. You can bring a team of 12 if you want. You do play for, I think, gift cards. At least that's how it usually goes. So this was the first time I played trivia at this particular place. And we were talking, we were invited by a friend of ours, and we just showed up. Like, we didn't even know he's like in Florida. Texted him later because we ended up meeting the team that he invited me to play on. They're the Ringers. They had like 10 people on their team, and they win. And so we were like reminiscing about the old trivia. Like, we used to play trivia every Wednesday night at Tanner's, and then the one girl was like, she worked at Tanner's, and I'm like, oh, I think I remember her. So we played at Tanner's for like 3 or 4 years. My trivia binging started with, and it was actually friends of ours, my wife and I and another couple. We played at Sprecker's, which Sprecker's was like, ended up closing, and another bar opened, and then another bar opened, and it burned down. And now I think there's a high-rise apartment building there. So Sprecker's, and then we ended up playing, I think, at World of Beer, which has closed. And then we ended up at Tanner's, which closed that location. What else is closed? There was one other place that we were talking about that had good trivia. It's like, oh, and they closed. What's World of Beer? And I got brain fog. Too many spotted cows last night. Got a little brain fog this morning. So yeah, so it was fun. It was a good time. So I don't think I'll play like so when we played at Tanner's, it was every Wednesday, and like it was routine, and we had a team, and now it's just latch on. Usually it's just me and my buddy Mark playing trivia. So there's no like uniformity. So won't be a weekly thing. And I don't want to go out that's when you know you're getting old. I don't want to go out every week. I used to make fun of my dad for saying, God, that's what he would do. God, just like out of nowhere. He'd lick his lip. We've got something going on every weekend. Like, Dad, it's summer. Of course you do. There's 3 months to do 12 months worth of stuff in the Midwest. That's what I feel like. God, I don't want to go out every week. It's crazy talk. So yeah, good times at trivia. And I like this trivia. One more thought just came to my mind. I like this trivia because you actually hand the paper in. And I think this was a COVID. I think this was a COVID thing where they stopped right after COVID. They stopped doing paper and pencils. Like, come on, like that's just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. So at least this trivia is paper and pencils. I like that. I'm old fashioned. I like a good old paper and pencil. I don't like doing it on your phone. Plus, it's like, don't have your phones out. It's like, well, you have to when you're playing trivia on your goddamn phone. So Thank God it's back to paper and pencils. So that was my last thought on trivia. So today I want to talk about eBay auctions. I want to talk about why eBay auctions suck. Get your bids in now at 99centcards.com. Last night was a great representation of why eBay auctions suck for me and for sellers. I want to talk about Topps Heritage today. Topps Heritage is coming out soon. We just had Heritage High Number from last year release last week. Now we've got Heritage coming out, I think, at the end of this month. So I think we've got a little break between the Heritage. So I want to talk about that too. John says, how does a team of 10 split a $25 gift card to Five Below? So this is actually a good point that John brings up. So usually, I think the gift cards are $10 for third place, $20 for second place, and $40 for the winners, for the winning team. So at Tanner's, I bet I have $100 some in gift cards. One person is the gift card holder, I guess, or you could, I don't know. You can do it however you want, but I held on to the gift cards and I still have them. I still have them. In fact, one of the guys who was on my team, him and his wife, his family, they moved out to Tucson, and they're coming back there. I think they're staying with us for like a week as they come back to visit in May. So maybe we'll just because we haven't played like that group. We haven't played trivia in, I think, maybe twice since COVID. We were playing trivia the night the world shut down. Like, it's Wednesday. It was the only time like all 8 of us were at trivia the same night. Like, sometimes there was only like 3 of us. Sometimes there was 6 of us, but there was never 8 until the very last night before COVID shut everything down. And it was wild being out, and NBA games are stopping at halftime, and there's not going to be an NCAA tournament. It's like, whoa, this is freaking weird. So maybe maybe we'll go to Tanner's, but it's a new place. They closed the old Tanner's. They bulldozed it. Now it's a Cooper's Hawk, and they moved into what used to be Quaker Steak and Lube, which is a huge place. So, and I haven't been there yet. I haven't been to, and it's been there like 3 years. That's how you handle it. Somebody has the gift cards and they just put them in their junk drawer and like, oh yeah, we got $100 in gift cards to whatever restaurant. So that's how it rolls. And basically it's a gift card. Pretty much every place, like the bar hosts trivia. Obviously it's a scratch. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It gives the trivia companies a place to I don't know how they make their money though. Like, how does the trivia company make money? Because it's free to play. I don't know. So they go to maybe the bar pays them. I don't know. But then the bar also pays for gift cards. So, every week they're putting out $40, $60, $70 in gift cards, but it brings a ton of people to the bar. I'm curious how that works. Let's go to the chat. Tracy's here. Good morning. He's missed the last 4 to 5 live. Hopefully, I can catch most of today's. The last 4 to 5 shows have been all over the place in terms of time. I think one day it was like 10:30. It's like, we'll just pop on live. It's been the last couple of days. It's been dependent on Ernie, which he's much better now. So he had a rough day. Monday was kind of a rough day. Like, you could tell he was out of sorts and not feeling well. So yesterday, let's see. Yesterday, he tried to eat. We gave him like rice and a banana. And he tried to. You could tell he was hungry. Which really sucks. Like, we're not supposed to give him real food yet. We've got to give him like chicken and rice and salmon, because of the stomach issue. Till he was hungry. So we hung out. He hung out with me. He was a very good boy while I was shipping and chewed on his bone. And then I could tell he was getting hungry. He was trying to eat the rice again, and he's just really struggling trying to eat rice. Need to get him some chopsticks or something. So I made him chicken, made some chicken, and he just fricking scarfed it. Man, you're eating all my chicken. So he scarfed it. I gave him some more. And then he ate the salmon. So yeah, and he was barking at the geese. He loves the geese, or at least he loves barking at the geese. Barking at the door. A lot of energy. We played. I think he had the zoomies once. So he's much better. Slept through the night. He woke up at 4:30 this morning, maybe 5. I can't remember what time it was. So we went out, went potty, no poops. And then when I got up, I rolled out of bed at like 6:45, and you could tell he was like, I just pissed 2 hours ago. I'm good, man. And so I opened the door, and it was raining when he pottied earlier, and it's still pouring. I opened the door, and he just like looks, and he's like, turned around. He's like, I'm going back to bed. So Ernie's back in bed, taking a little snooze. So he's good. Ernie is on the mend. We're keeping him home from school this week. And then he'll be back. We'll put him back into doggy daycare on Monday. I'm sure he misses his friends. This week's Dogtopia, they do Dog of the Week. This week's Dog of the Week is one of Ernie's BFFs. It's pretty cool. It says like Piper is the dog. Piper's a little Frenchie, a little French bulldog. It's like Piper enjoys blah, 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 blah. BFFs, Ernie and the others. So Piper is one of his BFFs. Spaz is one of his BFFs. And his girlfriend is Augie, who's, I think, a poodle. A little puppy poodle, I think. Red Light, good morning. What's going on? Gem City Card Show's in the house. Good morning. East Coast Tom is here. What's happening? Carrie is here. Good morning. Anyone else blindsided by the 2025 Heritage drop? Yes. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, 2020. Like, we knew it was coming. But under Fanatics, Topps is just like, here you go. There's no like, I liked pre-Fanatics Topps release. Like, you had like, okay, Topps Heritage, it's releasing April 30th. We know when it's coming. Allen and Ginter, it's going to be releasing in July or September. Like, we knew the whole calendar for the whole year. Now we don't know anything. It's just like, hey, Heritage is on sale. I don't like that. Hey, speaking of, this is something I wanted to talk about, so let's just go into it as Carrie brings it up. Heritage is the 1976 design. Oops, we want to share the screen. So they did release some of the card images and everything for 2025 Topps Heritage. We all know which design it's going to be, 1976 Topps, which is one of my least favorite designs of all time. It is bottom 5 designs for me. It may be my least favorite design of all. Actually, I think I'd go with 79. 88 is probably on that list. Is far going up to the year 2000 because I'd have to look at like 2001 to 2025. Actually, I know what the more recent ones are, but 98 and 99 are among my least favorite designs of all time. I'm trying to think. 68 and 69. I'd probably 69 is I dislike more than 68. 68's not too bad, but 69 Topps is one of my least favorite designs. 76, 79, 88. Let's see. I actually kind of like 90 and 91. 92 and 93 would probably be towards the bottom of my rankings. And then 98, 99 And then 2000 to current, it's kind of hard. I don't have enough. I'd have to look at the images and be like, okay, I hate that one. I hate that one. So basically, here's you know what it looks like. Here's Shohei Ohtani on a 76, NL All-Star designated hitter. There's Chrome. I think the entire set has a Chrome version. Why do we need Chrome on Heritage? To make more money, I guess. So there you go. There's a Paul Skeens autograph. That's pretty cool. Here you got your game used memorabilia cards. I love this card. Like, that is a freaking sweet card. Bicentennial Relics. George Brett auto. Like, look at that. That is one of the most beautiful baseball cards. That is an awesome card. Love it. Absolutely love it. Here you got Nolan Ryan. Is this an insert? Oh, interesting. So 2025 Topps Heritage has a revamped lineup of standard inserts. Gone are familiar sets like New Age Performers, Baseball Flashbacks, and News Flashbacks. Interesting. I run of flashbacks. And I really like baseball flashbacks and new way to teach kids the history of the game or the history of the history, the history of the history. So I don't like that they've New Age Performers. I thought was a cool insert set. So I'm sad to see that go. And I'm really bummed to see the flashbacks gone. I don't like that. Some of those taking their place include the multi-generational Through the Years, 1976 Redefined, and 1976 Player Icons. Interesting. So here you go, Nolan Ryan. History and pop culture shape the 100-card Notable Americans set. While there are a couple baseball players, so are politicians, authors, scientists, and other famous folks from the pages of social studies textbooks. So there's where you get your history lesson, I guess. Interesting. Release date is April 30th. So there you go. Am I buying? I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think hobby boxes are $100. I don't know. Was pre-sale yesterday? I'm not sure. I don't know. I bought a case. I ripped and flipped a case of last year's Heritage, and won't do that again. It's, we're at the price point where it doesn't really make sense anymore. And I've learned that. Now, a couple of years ago, you could rip and flip a case and make money just on the commons, but little priced out. And Heritage actually used to be, it's not even the price anymore, as much as the demand on Heritage is really soft. I think Heritage peaked probably in 2017, where it was just all the rage, and it's really in the years since, it's really fallen flat, and there's not as much demand for Topps Heritage as there once was. East Coast Tom says Alex Ovechkin just 3 goals away from Gretzky. Wow. And I don't do hockey, so it's like I need to go find my Ovechkin cards. I don't know if I have any Ovechkin cards. I probably do in the hockey box that I ignore, or hockey boxes that I ignore. Peter, good morning. Tom says, I bet having a middle-aged friend would have helped with trivia. I'm trying to think. So this is the funny thing about trivia is last night's was tough. I think a middle-aged friend would have helped last night. Usually you need like a Gen Zer. Usually it's like younger than me. Usually it skews young as opposed to old. Yes, I'm calling you old. I'm calling me old as well. But I think last night was pretty spread out. I'm just looking at the questions. It was pretty. pretty diverse, I guess. I don't think last night's was really age dependent, although many trivia nights are, they skew one way or another. When we've done trivia night at Temple, it skews, and usually it's, we're by far the youngest team. Usually it's about half and half. There's half of the older generation, and then there's, the 40 somethings. And that trivia night definitely skews on the older side. Boston Smoke is here. Good morning. Holmes in the house. Good morning. Off to transport freight across America. If your current gig doesn't work out, let me know. Might find you a spot. Thank you for the offer, but I will pass. Times, wife, the good times, the good wife. Good morning, Philly Joe. What's up? Good morning, that dude from Duryea. Good morning, Uncle Rich. The good investment. There you go. Philly Joe says, Hooker. Oh, sorry, the happy. Let's see. That was from Trivia. That dude says, sounds like trivia is the kiss of death for businesses. How does a 10 of team? Oh, we talked about that. Cooter's here. Good morning, Cooter. TD Sports Cards. Good morning. I'm in the very high-risk tornado area today in southeast Missouri. F5 potential. Yikes. It's going to be a crazy day, but I'll be listening to keep my mind busy. Well, stay safe. Stay safe down there. John says, auction leaderboard. Number 1, USPS. Number 2, buyer. DNF, seller. Absolutely. That is the auction leaderboard. Auctions suck. So there are steals and deals, Bargain Boxer, steals and deals in my eBay store with these auctions running. Last night, just give you an example of some of the steals and deals. My 58 Topps All-Star Ernie Banks, $7.50. What else? The David Ortiz. Actually, I wasn't too disappointed with the David Ortiz auto. It sold for $55.55 plus shipping. I think my best offer, it's been sitting in my store for 2 months, I think. Actually, let's see. Probably 2.5 months. Because I picked this up in the middle of January. I think I had it priced at $125. I think my best offer was $75, and I think I countered it $100, and they declined or just ignored it. So obviously I should have taken the $75 offer because it sells for $60 after shipping. But I honestly thought that would have sold as a buy it now before I threw it on auction. But I'm not too terribly disappointed with that one. The $7.50 on the Ernie, that was like, ooh. I had lots that didn't even sell. 99-cent lots didn't even sell. It's like, oh, I'll just relist these at $10. The Hulk Hogan refractor actually sold for $25, and the buyer sent it back, returned it, said he ordered it by mistake. Like, whatever the hell that means. And it sold at auction for like $3.50. It sold a couple of weeks ago for $25. Buy it now. It sold at auction for $3.50. Let's see. A lot of the basketball sold, which I wasn't too disappointed in the basketball sales. I thought there was one other sale that was like, man, I thought that was going to go for higher. So yeah, auctions suck, man. But hey, we're gonna keep her moving. I do need to list some buy it now. My sales have really been in the gutter the last couple of weeks, mainly because I haven't been listing anything. What I have been listing has been auctions. So I need to. I think later today, first half, I'll spend time shipping. I got quite a bit of shipping done yesterday. Fuck, I still have 300 orders to ship. Okay, I guess I'm going to be shipping today. I got that number down, but I guess I had a bunch of auctions in last night. So a lot of shipping today. So I won't be listing today. But at some point this week, I'd like to get some listing done at Buy It Now. I've really ignored listing buy it now items in my store, and I think that's really hurt my sales. Yesterday, my sales were okay, slightly above average, but that is below where I want to be in 2025. Some of that stuff still needs to be paid for. So today, some of those numbers will come up for today. Let's see where we at for see where I'm tracking. Let's see, we want to go to 01, April 1st. Okay. Let's compare it to last year. Remember, I need 40% year over year growth. I'm at 30%. Not enough. Because I went ahead and I looked at my April numbers, and it's like, oof, I've got to make some sales in April. So I'm still 30% higher than last year, same time period, which is good, but it's not good enough. So hopefully eBay Live will help spur some sales, and then just listing. I gotta list stuff. Because if I don't list, I'm not going to sell anything. Where we at? Bargain Boxer says it was a rough night last night in Champaign, Illinois. What happened? Was it weather related? It wasn't basketball related, or maybe it was basketball related. Was the transfer portal hit? John says bars pay trivia people to bring people in. Tanner's probably pays. Max says, I'd assume it's just like bands. Yeah, that's probably a good point. John says, profit margin on a pop is 90%. Profit margin on booze, probably 2x. Yeah. TD Sports Card says to the Bargain Boxer, today is going to be wicked. 2 weeks ago, we had one go through the center of town that Reed Timmer caught on camera. Is it Kenneth or Kenneth? I know of Kennett Square in Pennsylvania. John says, plus many restaurants have storage units to also help them turn profits. There you go. Bargain Boxer says, we had a tornado about 20 minutes from me. Yikes. Gem City Card Show says, if Reed Timmer isn't on vacation in your town, you're in the wrong spot. Yeah, and he was in central Illinois a couple weeks ago. He was in, I think he was around Champaign a couple weeks ago. I know he was in Peoria and then over east and southeast of Peoria. Rich says, and congratulations on your freedom for a while from political ads. I bet you're happy. Yes. I was getting so many damn texts, knocks on doors. I'm so sick and tired. I rocked the vote yesterday. I voted, and I waited till after lunch, which was awesome. Now, I also understand it's not a presidential election, so there's going to be a less voter turnout. But there was no line. I just walked in, and the people working at the polls were bored. Like, hey, I can help you. What do you need? I'm like, I know what to do. And check in, no line, get my ballot, fill it out, and away we go. So TD says, LOL, that one was a half mile from me, middle south of town to northeast of town. Sister is freaking already. Unicorn Cupcake says, amen. No more political ads for a while. TD says, LOL, true that, Gem City. When does Montgomery Club drop? Remember that scheme? I think it's still, or did they kill it? I never bought into Montgomery Club, which is surprising because when it came out, I was buying everything Topps was feeding us. In what year was that? 2018, I think, is when they released Montgomery Club. And I didn't, and when it dropped, it was like they actually gave you stuff. And then after COVID, then all of a sudden it was the incentive was to get in on product release. Like you can buy this product. And I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't think people are clamoring for whatever sets are being released. Oh, here's Topps finest flashbacks. Oh, we have to get it. And then flip it on eBay for 2x. Low Roller Scratcher is back. I'm back looking for free bonuses. I was able to pay the bus pass today. I will be going back today. There you go. Bargain Boxer says that's how Fanatics is going to 10x the hobby. Surprise. Did you find any Pokemon cards in your new storage today? I did not. I certainly did not. Imagine taking financial advice from someone who has to save up for a bus pass. Touche. TD says 79 was pretty bad, and we all will never forget those yellow cards. LOL. Unicorn Cupcake says you won enough for a bus pass. Max says it's crazy that they would dump it this quick after Heritage High Number. I mean, that was 5 months behind. Why not give it a bit of room? What was it, a week? It'll be about 5 weeks, I think, because Heritage High Number dropped last week, and Heritage drops April 30th. So it's they gave you about a month. They gave you about a month between 2024 High Number and 2025 Heritage. Dat Dude from Duryea says 69 are nice with white letters. Low Roller says, I will be looking for free bonuses. If I win big, I can reinvest buying crypto and sports card, even Pokemon cards. Found Treasures is here. Good morning. TD Sports Card says that Bicentennial one is cool. Yeah, that's an amazing looking card. Unicorn Cupcake says, how much time per day do you spend on skill games? Heritage Chromes are awesome. Probably my favorite yearly insert set. Interesting. F back. Where are we at? Uncle Rich says there is a special 100 card important American set this year instead. The New Age ones weren't bad. I like the New Age performers. So if that one is off, I'm okay with that. And then in high numbers, you can bring back the other inserts. You know, that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, you don't need New Age performers and flashbacks in both Heritage and high number. You can keep them separated. But if they keep, I like that. If they keep Heritage or if they keep New Age performers and the flashbacks in high number instead, I like that. Gem City Card Show says, did we rip Val Kilmer? Did Val Kilmer die? I did not rip Val Kilmer. I'm going to Google this. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, film star who played Batman and Jim Morrison, dies at 65. Wow, Val Kilmer. Holy shit. No, did not hear that. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. You just did. Rip Van Morrison, Val Morrison. Also, Richard Chamberlain. I did not know Richard Chamberlain. I mean, I didn't know Val Kilmer either, but what was Richard Chamberlain in? I saw his death a few days ago. He looks familiar. Richard Chamberlain. Let's see. He became a teen idol in the television show Dr. Kildare, which I've never heard of. He subsequently earned the title King of the Miniseries for his work in several TV miniseries such as Centennial, Shogun, and The Thornbirds. Never saw any of those. Chamberlain played the role of Aramis in the film trilogy The Three Musketeers. Never watched it. The Four Musketeers. Didn't see it. The Return of the Musketeers. Didn't watch that one either. Portrayed Alan Quatermain in both King Solomon's Mines and Lost City of Gold. Didn't watch either of those movies. And was the first actor to play Jason Bourne, starring in the 1988 TV film The Bourne Identity. And I did not watch the TV movie The Bourne Identity. So I didn't watch anything that Richard... He looks familiar, but I just didn't watch any of his stuff. Rip Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer, dead at 65. Low Roller Scratcher says, I will be going to card shows next week to sell all my whatnot giveaways. I want getting paid cash. Carrie says, I was able to get some Heritage, but they are already pre-selling for double online. That is freaking crazy. That is crazy. Uncle Rich says, well, so much for buying a box of high numbers. Rip Robin Hood. Doc Holliday was his best character. All right. So in honor of, in memory of Val Kilmer, let's go see what some of his where's his filmography. I mean, he had some, he was in some great stuff. Oh man, Real Genius. Remember Real Genius? What a great movie. That was a great film, and that was a great role for Val Kilmer. Played Chris Knight. He was Iceman in Top Gun. He was Jim Morrison in The Doors. He was Doc Holliday in Tombstone. Played Elvis Presley in True Romance. He was Batman in Batman Forever. Man, Val Kilmer, what a legend. He was Dr. Montgomery in The Island of Dr. Moreau. Let's see. He played Moses and God in The Prince of Egypt. Is there any actor? He played John Holmes in Wonderland. Is there any actor that has had such a wide variety I mean, he played God, he played Elvis, he played Doc Holliday, Batman, Jim Morrison, and John Holmes. I mean, wow. Let's see. He was in Mindhunters. Then it kind of, here over the last 10, 15 years, hasn't been in too much, it looks like. Try to see what else. So, but I mean, wow, he revised the role of Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. Some great roles. Gem City Card Show says, apparently Val Kilmer's rookie card was a special set that came with Ziploc bags in 1988. Not familiar with that, I don't think. Iceman, Fly High with Goose. Topps now got hockey cards. TD says, I'll be listing some Ovechkin today for sure. Low Roller says, great time to sell your hockey cards in your eBay store during the hype. Hey, I did find a bunch of vintage in the latest Goodwill palette, which I have not gone through too much of, but there was a small pile of vintage hockey. There was a Ted Irvine card, which I know Ted Irvine because it's Chris Jericho. It's his dad. And Ted Irvine is still alive. I think he's 90 years old. Ted Irvine. Uncle Rich says, and in case we did not mention this, Mr. Cooter has a birthday. Cooter, happy birthday. It's Cooter's birthday. Thank you, Uncle Rich. I am terrible with birthdays. Half the time I don't even remember my own. East Coast Tom says, happy birthday, Cooter. Philly Joe says, happy birthday. TD Sports Card, happy birthday. Coins making sense. Happy birthday, Cooter. No fooling. Orlando is here. What's happening? He says, happy birthday, Cooter. TD Sports Card says, Jackson Merrill, new contract. He just signed a 9-year, $135 million deal. That's a pretty good deal for the Padres if he performs. That's a sweetheart deal. That could be an amazing contract for a very team-friendly contract. Tina, what's happening? Good morning. Bink Scott is here. What's happening? TD says Shogun was awesome back then. Bink Scott says, Bo, a 1973 Wichita Arrows team set came up on eBay. I bid $199.99 and lost. Ooh, that makes me happy because mine is worth something. I think I paid like $20 for mine. And that was like 8 years ago. But wow, that's a pretty penny. What did so if you bid 200, what did it go for? Wichita. You can probably, the one problem is somebody has like the whole set, probably minus the LaRussa at like $5 a card. There's only like 20 cards. So you could get most of the set if you buy them singles, and you can get them cheaper than 200, but obviously it's the Tony LaRussa that you want. There's a 74 Wichita Arrows up for $60 is a pretty good deal. Here's the oops, wrong one. Where are we at? So there's a 74. Now the 74 there's no LaRussa. Oh, there we go. This is $59 or best offer plus plus shipping. I think shipping's $8. I can't remember what I think I actually paid more for the 74 set than what I did for the 73 set. So yeah, there's not Paul Russell's in the 73, Matt Alexander's in the 73, Tony La Russa's in the 73. He said Walter and Tom Babcock are in the 74. I think there's some other, there might be a couple guys that had cups of coffee, but let's see. Where are we at? Low Roller says, what the hell just happened? I don't like new StreamYard. How come that's bizarre. I don't know why StreamYard's being so wacky. Low Roller says, if you find Bozo the Clown Donruss card in your storage unit, the card is worth a lot of money. Bozo the Clown autographs Donruss sell for over $200. Max says, I don't know if I watched anything with Kilmer. Really? That's surprising with what he's all been in. Although if you didn't watch movies back in like the 90s, because he was like the 90s guy. He was like the 90s movie star. Gem City says, happy birthday, Coots. Uncle Rich says, Facebook really helps with birthdays. I don't even know where to find birthdays on Facebook. It used to like pop up. Like on your thing, but now it doesn't. I don't even know where to find birthdays. What if I click on friends? Oh, friends, birthdays. Hey, it's John Lieber. It's my friend John Lieber's birthday. Cooter's birthday. So one other friend. John Lieber and Cooter sharing a birthday today. Max says, what's the story with the card? I don't know which card. Oh, the La Russa? If you're asking about the 73 Wichita Arrows, it's a pretty rare set. They don't come up for sale very often, and it has Tony La Russa. It's Tony La Russa's only Cubs card as a minor leaguer with the Wichita Arrows. Cooter says, thanks, everyone. I don't have a storage unit, so I'm off to be owned by the man. Have a great day. Enjoy the day. Bink says it went for $202 and change. Wow. Unicorn Cupcake says, saw a pretty cool 1907 Cubs postcard with a tiger in a coffin. Thought of you, but $100 was too much for me. Yeah, $100 for a postcard. I'm like, Uncle Rich says, Bo, it's not really the La Russa, which pumps up the 73 set. Variation cards of Jim Hibbs, number 4, and Ron Tompkins, number 17, exist with their names printed with both small and large lettering. Yes, I have, and my set contains all the cards, including the two. When I first got, I'm like, why do I have doubles of these two cards? Let me see if I can find. Let's see. On 74s. I don't know which box they're in. There, if I can find them today, I'll show them off tomorrow. And that's why the set is so much. You can buy the 19 card set cheaper than set. Let's see. Where are we at? Max says, I wasn't a popular actor when I started watching those kinds of movies. Was out already. Plus the stuff he was in, I wouldn't watch outside of Batman. Bink says, it's just the La Russa for me. Yeah, I mean, you can't find a La Russa. You can find all the other cards, but you can't find the La Russa cheap. Max says he was popular in the 90s, not 2000s. Look for the 19 card set then. You can't find them. They don't list them on eBay. 1973 Wichita Arrows. Let's see. You've got some singles. Here, let's share the screen. Share this tab. There we go. So Matt Alexander, Dave Rosello, he played some ball. There's the Tony La Russa PSA slabbed autograph. Ooh, Hall of Fame inscription, $300. There's Floyd Weaver. There's Ron Tompkins. One of the Ron Tompkins cards. There's Greggy Porter. What a great name. There's so which one is this? That's the big name. That's the big name. Here's the Chris Ward, Ralph Rickey, Jim Hibbs, Floyd Weaver, Clint Compton, Chris Ward. So the Tom Lundstedt, he's here in Wisconsin. He's I think he's in real estate. Yeah, not going to find too many 73 Wichita Arrow sets pop up. Let's see. There's the 74. Yeah, I don't think there's a single set on eBay. Where are we at? 1973 Quincy Cubs set, much rarer. Yes, that's something that I've been looking for a long time as well. Is there a 73 Quincy Cubs set? I don't think there is. Quincy Cubs. No, I don't think there's a Quincy Cubs set. April Fools. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's been on my list for a long time. It doesn't exist, you dumbass. I would love to get anything. I wish there was Quincy Cubs sets made back in the day. Rick Russell's Quincy Cubs card would be awesome. There's not too many because I mean the 70s there were hardly any minor league drops in the 70s. There's one Cubs set. I can't remember what team it was. That there's another minor league set in the 70s that I need for the Cubs. That's super rare. And then of course there's some I think it's Pacific Coast League from like the 50s. Some singles that are really tough as well. Bink Scott says, I offered $250 for the auto La Russa, but the guy said no thanks. Wow. Phil Necro and Bruce Sutter Quincy Cubs cards, if only. Wouldn't that be cool? Although Phil Necro, it'd be Joe Necro Quincy Cubs. Yeah, and if you type in Quincy Cubs, because I do searches for Quincy Cubs, and all you get is Quincy Carter, who was in the Cubs system. Also a Cowboys quarterback, Dallas Cowboys quarterback, Chicago Cubs minor leaguer, Quincy Carter. SoCal guy says, I got to work as a stand-in for Val Kilmer on the movie Spartan. Wow, that's pretty cool. Rest in peace, Mr. Kilmer. Gem City says, Joe, my bad. Joe. Oh, yeah, Joe Negro. All right, so that's what I had for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com, buy 25 or buy 7 or more cards and get 25% off at checkout. Auctions are running. I think there's more auctions ending tonight. Check those out. Get some steals and deals in the auctions, 99centcards.com. Let's see. Don't forget this weekend, I'll be in Wheaton, Illinois on Saturday at the DuPage County Fairgrounds. So no Hobby Evolution on Saturday morning. I'll be en route to Wheaton, home of Red Grange, the Galloping Ghost. So come out and see me. I'll have, I've been putting together more quarter boxes. We're blowing out quarter boxes, baby. So I'll have a ton of inventory on Saturday, Wheaton, Illinois. Potentially April 12. I will be doing a bargain box sale out of my storage unit. So just kind of weather dependent. I think the weather's going to be okay. But it's rain that I'm worried about here in April. So it looks like next Friday, so this Saturday, next Friday, a high of 66. So it looks like we're going to have good weather for the second weekend of April. So April 12, kind of keep that in mind if you're in the Madison area or want to drive to Madison and look through my bargain boxes. I will have, everything's going to be a dime. And if you want to just buy in bulk, you can buy in bulk. We'll give you some deals. So tentatively set for Saturday, April 12 in my storage unit, dime box bonanza. So rest of the month. Important note for the Madison card show this month. Came to my attention. We actually worked out a deal. There's another event that was booked in the downstairs State Street Ballroom, which we don't use, but it's not as handicap accessible as what they need, this other group. So the hotel was like, you booked it first, you've got right of refusal. Can we move out of, can we switch you rooms? So Saturday for the regular Madison card show, we'll be in upstairs, no change upstairs. We'll be upstairs in the Capitol Square Ballroom and in the mezzanine. So second floor as usual. But downstairs on Saturday, instead of the Williamson Ballroom, it will be in the State Street Ballroom and in the Badger Stateroom. The Badger Stateroom is the smaller room where we had the Pokemon and TCG for a couple months last summer. So that room, in addition to the State Street Ballroom, Saturday, April 26th, Madison Card Show. Now, on Sunday, April 27th, at the Madison Pokemon Show, we will be in the Williamson Ballroom and then upstairs. So, so the Williamson Ballroom is squared away for the Sunday Pokemon Show. But Saturday, April 26th, the regular Madison Card Show, you'll be in the State Street Ballroom and overflow in Badger State. And we'll probably be up to 160 tables, probably 160 tables. So we're going to utilize another room. So I've got to get more tables or it's BYOT, bring your own table for, that's actually probably what we'll do. We'll probably do a bring your own table for the Badger State room. So again, and I'll put this is the first time I've mentioned it. I'm going to put a post together on the Facebook page later today. Again, Madison Card Show this month only, Saturday, April 26th. There will not be tables in the Williamson Ballroom this month. They will be in the State Street Ballroom, which is the one that has the door to the parking lot. It's also like a much nicer room. I'd rather be in that room anyway. And the Badger State Room, which is down the hallway. When you walk in, past the front desk, take a right down that hallway. So we'll have overflow tables in Badger State Room. And then instead of the Williamson Ballroom, tables will be in the State Street Ballroom. And then upstairs remains unchanged. Tables in the mezzanine and in the Capitol Square Ballroom. So that's Saturday, April 26th, the Madison Card Show. And then our Pokemon, our TCG only show is Sunday, April 27th, which will be upstairs and in the Williamson Ballroom. So same footprint as the normal regular Madison Card shows. All right. So with that, I'm out. Like and subscribe. Hit up my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Do some shopping, bid on some of my auctions. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow morning.